What up, guys? Thank you guys for clicking on the video. Today we're going to be doing another anime girl bracket style tournament, or that's exactly what we're doing today. So yeah, thank you guys for clicking on the video. Before we jump right in, remember to hit the like button, of course. Hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you guys want to watch more videos like this. That includes gaming, anime, etc. We do a variety here on this channel, and it's great, and it's greatly appreciated if you guys do that. So yeah, enough of my rambling, because none of us want to hear this bullshit. Let's jump right in. Okay, so now that we're in, the first round of the tournament is between our girl Urza Titania and the girl from Durarara. I forgot her name currently. Give me a second, because sometimes I have a very bad memory, guys, and I do apologize when it comes to this. I've seen so many animes, like over a lot, that sometimes I forget. All right, it's Celti. I remembered. Okay, so Celti, a girl Celti, she was sick in the series, especially with the bike she had and like all the cool moments. And Urza Scarlet, right? Now, here's the kicker, guys. I'm a bit biased when it comes to Fairy Tale. I'm not gonna like lie to you guys and say I don't enjoy that series. I actually do. I enjoy that series quite a bit. So it'd be dumb of me to lie. Okay, that I would lean more to Urza than Celti, right? Um, and in terms of like character, I think Celti has a more unique character, right? She's very cool. Like we know a little bit about her, but not a lot. She has a really great relationship with one of the characters in the series. I don't want to spoil it. Go watch it. So yeah, but here this is the waifu tournament, guys. None of that matters. Character doesn't matter. It's more about attraction. Now, Celti's hot. Don't get me wrong, but there's nothing underneath that helmet. It's she's a Dullahan. So uh, just for that, we're gonna go with Urza. As much as I love Celti, we're gonna go with Urza. Okay, so we have Christina from uh one of the best animes out there. And the girl from we have Yona from Akatsuki no Yona. Okay, Christina's cool as a waifu, but she's very cold. She was very cold at the beginning, right, of the series, especially to the main guy. Yona, she's very adventurous type of girl. She doesn't like feeling useless. She's cool, very sweet. In terms of like attraction, if you guys want to say it, both these girls have are really attractive. So I think that they're tied in that aspect. In terms of personality, if it were me, I would go with Yona, just because I like the more seriousness of Yona, this like the very adventurous side of Yona. She doesn't take shit from no one, quite literally. She picks a lot of fights with that. She doesn't like injustices and that sort of thing. I like Christina, don't get me wrong. Makise Kirusu, but again, it'd be pretty hard. A lot of people like the Kudere character. Me personally, I don't like all that many Kuderes. So Yona wins this round for me, and advances to the next round. Now, we have two kick-ass girls next. Okay, we have Revi from Black Lagoon and Mikasa from Attack on Titan. Now, this is tricky because I love Attack on Titan. I love Mikasa as a character, right? She's such a badass. She when you think of Muscle Mommy, Mikasa comes in, but so does Revi. They're both tough as women, like Amazon style. That honestly, I would love them protecting me. I would have no qualms with that. But here, I gotta give it to Mikasa, just because Mikasa is just more, I guess, she's just as crazy about you as Revi would be, but in a sense is that she wouldn't put your life in danger as much as Revi would. I'm gonna be real. As much as I love Revi, right? Mikasa would not put my life in danger. Me personally, she would not put my life in danger. Now, I'm sorry, Tsunade loses here. As I know a lot of people love Tsunade, but Mario Leona is like where it's at when it comes to MILFs. She is the one. Step on me. There's a trend here, guys. It's clearly there's a trend. Um, I don't know this other character. Like I think she's the only one I didn't know in this tournament. So we're gonna go with Megumin off rip. Now, Winry or our girl from Sword Art Online. Hmm. I don't know. She can cook, but so can Winry. She is a fighter. She does have some tomboyish uh aspects to her, right? But so does Winry. The both of their guys in their shows, they kind of play off of each other. Because Asuna's cool. Don't get me wrong, right? Asuna's cool, and she does play a big part in Kirito's life, right? I mean, Kirito, for God's sakes, got stabbed in that godforsaken second part of season one. Because, like, I remember watching it, and I loved season one of Sword Art Online. I thought it was unique. I think because it was the first time I've seen an isekai that was like you get put into a game type shit, and then we sort of deviated from that as we time went on, and it started to focus more on like AI and world the virtual reality and AR aspects of it. But Asuna's sweet, so is Winry though. Winry, they're both very tomboyish. They like in the sense that they both can fight. But me personally, because when I watched Sword Art Online first, it was one of the many few animes that I watched when I first got into it back in high school. I had a friend who watched it, and he would talk about Sword Art Online. He was really like cool about it, and so for me, Asuna was like quintessential. I was like what, like I was in middle school when I first saw Sword Art Online. Not high school. I was like 12 or 13. Asuna passes. I love Winry, but just by the single fact that in terms of like waifu, I think Asuna hits more of the markers for me, and I saw her first. Raftalia or Crazy Succubus. Um, we're gonna go with the Crazy Succubus here. As you can tell, I like myself the older women. Okay, so now we have the girl from Snafu, or My Teenage Romantic Comedy. I think her name is Yuna, right? Hold up, we'll look this up because I don't want to get her name wrong. I did watch it, but like I said, this Yukino. Okay, Yukino or irrelevant girl from Parasite. Like she was there, bro, but like she wasn't even the main love interest to the guy. So, and I love Yukino as a person and as a character so much more. All right, now we're going on round two of the side of this bracket. Um, Yuna, Yuna's cool. I love Yuna, her adventurous spirit and everything. But this is Urza, bro. This is Urza Scarlet, Titania Urza, Queen of the Fairies. I think, like I said, I think I was biased going into this with this round because it's Fairy Tale. Um, I'm sorry, Mikasa, but she loses. She loses here. Like no offense to Mikasa, but it's Mario. It's Mario Leona, bro. Mario Leona. Have you guys seen the panels of her in the manga? Dude, she's sick. She not only is beautiful, but she's an ass kicking automaton, bro. She's terrifyingly hot. It's insane. Like she's the type of woman you don't want to fuck with, but you know that if she loves you dearly, you're good for life. That's the type of like vibe I get from Mario Leona. Like she's the type to settle. Like when she truly settles down, she truly settles down after like the whole ass kicking journey she goes to. But yeah, Mario Leona passes around too. Megumin for this just by the simple fact underaged. Going Asuna, she's also underaged but older. Um, okay, was Yukino ever gonna beat the succubus uh from the Overlord? I think her name is Albedo. I gotta remind myself. I know them, but Albedo. I always loved Albedo because she's the very devoted yandere type, right? But in terms of like if we're choosing a waifu, in terms of like we want a wife for a relationship, Albedo would not be the best choice here. Um, Yukino would be. Like I said, I like women that sort of keep it real with me, that are willing to call me out of my bullshit, and Yukino is that type. Albedo would just be like if you were abusive, Albedo would take it, and that's not conducive to a good relationship. As beautiful as Albedo is, it's not conducive. Also, there's no guarantee that she would never stop loving Irons, like especially if she was in the same. Assuming that if Ainz was still exists, right, and you pluck her out of her world, I don't know. Yukino definitely passes in terms of like the better waifu. Right now, round three of this side of the bracket, we have Urza Scarlet and Mario Leona. I always loved Urza for the simple reason because sh- she's a badass, right? She can handle herself in every aspect. Like she's the type of woman you don't have to worry about in terms of like protecting herself. In the real world, she'd be able to kick half like the majority of men's asses with ease, right? One thing that I did love about Fairy Tail is like they not only like they bigged up Urza and her strength. They did not hesitate to show her vulnerability as a lady in a lot of the aspects. Like they did not like the Mishima didn't Mishima didn't hesitate to show Urza crying despite like panels before saying Urza can blow up a mountain and stuff. That's one thing I loved about Urza as a character, right? She's willing to be vulnerable with you as well as being strict with you and real with you. And like that's really conducive to a good relationship, right? Really conducive. Mario Leona, while she doesn't have as many soft moments in Black Clover, she does. She also has the same. She's not also. She has the same moments where she's not. The author's not afraid to show the vulnerability of them as characters, and it's not a bad thing. I really like how you can portray them as ass kicking women, right? That realistically wouldn't need men at all. Like realistically, if you think about them, these two ladies wouldn't need dudes to do anything. Maybe besides cooking, because I don't think these two can cook, right? But I love I love the duality of them. Like they're not only tough exterior, but they're very soft and nice people on the interior. This is tough for me because I like them both, but and they're both gingers, ginger slash redheads, right? Which is something that I like. I like gingers. Um, yeah, this one's tough. Who would be the better wife, right? As the term waifu means, right? Who would be the better wife, Urza or Mereoleona? I honestly do think Mereoleona would lose to Urza because I think Urza would would be. realistically, your relationship with Urza would go more smoothly than with Mario Leona. Hers would, like, she's an amazing woman, but Mario Leona is very, like, rough around the edges. She has a tough exterior, and she probably still has a lot to learn about, being vulnerable still. But she's a great character. Asuna or Yukino, Asuna wins just by the simple fact she's one of the greatest cooks out there, and like at like Urza, you know, same aspects. Um, Now in terms of like relationship wise, Asuna does beat out Urza for me personally. Okay, this let me preface this, guys. This is all my opinion, right? This is what I think would win, right? Me personally, I do think Asuna edges out Urza barely, right? Because I do think Asuna's your quintessential perfect partner, right? Not only will she question you when you say stupid shit, she's willing to call you out on your bullshit like she does with Kirito. She's also very caring. She's willing to care about you and actually show interest in any and all your hobbies. Case in point, she was okay with Kirito doing all this other shit after SAO, despite them being together, right? It's great. All right, we're on this side of the bracket now. We have Callan versus the girl from thing, and I think Callan just beats her out because I honestly, it's been a while since I've seen this anime. Uh, Callan beats her out just for this round. Now we have Merlin or Ryoko. uh, Dude, how do I say this? As much as I love Merlin, she's like her flaws are way too not detrimental. She, in terms of like a partner, if you're not Escanor and who has the opposite like personality traits of Merlin, I feel like you would have a hard time, you know, with Merlin. Ryoko, on the other hand, your typical hot-blooded high school girl who's again has a tough exterior but is very sweet and endearing on the inside. You know what I mean? And she's like a very sweet person, despite again can kick your ass. So I'm gonna go with Ryoko here just because I think Merlin. If you've seen Seven Deadly Sins, you know why I would hesitate to choose Merlin. Shinobu, Kocho, or Saber. I don't think Shinobu has shown very many like interest in anybody in the show at all. I'm pretty sure. Besides like people shipping her with people, I do think Saber beats her out just because like we saw her uh have a good relationship with her master. I think it was it's been a while since I watched Fate. Shiryu, no, it starts with an S. Shiro. Okay, yeah, Shiro. Despite having a good relationship with Shiro. We have Akatsuki and Akami. They're both. I mean, they're both cute. So if you're going off of attraction, I think Akami might beat Akatsuki in the looks department for some people. Some people might choose Akatsuki. For me, I'm going with personality here, and I do think Akatsuki has a better personality than Akami wise. Charlotte or Riaz. I do love Charlotte, but like her whole story is her like dealing with grief and learning to love again, right? Uh, and learning all the aspects of what makes a relationship and what it means to love someone. After the war. I do think in terms of like relationship and personality wise, I do think Ria's is better. Ria specifically because Ria's is a very caring person. She cares about everybody in her family, despite the thing. She's a highly intelligent woman, which any dude would want. Like supremely intelligent, very sweet person, loves you deeply. If you were to be in a relationship with them, obviously. Um, there's not much to not like about Ria. She can cook. Uh, Too bad Akino's not on this list. I think I would vote Akino over Rias just because I have a bias, and I also I love this series since middle school. Obviously, I haven't seen it in a while, but yeah, this is one of my favorite series in middle school and early high school. As a teenage boy, we have Yoko and girl with blue eyes. We're gonna go with Yoko. Here. This is tough. Erina or Robin. Oh no. I I think Erina. If we were to look at like my previous choices, right, and like the previous thing, Erina does definitely fit the bill, especially with Erza or Mario Leona or Ryoko here in terms of like tough exterior but very sweet person. But it's Robin. It's Robin. This is where my bias comes in. This is it's just Robin, guys. I love Robin. Um, Tatsumaki or Rem. Tatsumaki is great, but she's also a very unstable person, who has a bit of a sister complex. I'm gonna go with Rem. Rem is very cool. Ryoko or Kalin. I would say I think in personality wise, maturity wise, I think Callan might be a little bit over Ryoko. Um, Due to the age difference. Saber obviously beats out Akatsuki. I love Akatsuki, cool, but again, it's Saber. Um, if any of you guys read any of the Fate stuff, she has like her relationship with people is like really sweet. She has really sweet relationships with people. Um, Rias or Yoko. Rias, again from the things I mentioned before, very sweet, intelligent person. Can cook for those that might care about that. Can cook pretty good food, but also doesn't hesitate to call you out too. Like I said before, call you out on your bullshit. Robin beats out Rem. That one's personal bias. Okay, Saber beats out Callan. No offense, I love Code Geass, but again, Saber. It's Saber. Um, this is where I'm at an impasse because I love both Robin and Rias. Oh Jesus. Um. Okay, let's be realistic with Robin here. I know that I allowed her to pass simply off of like looks, and that's wrong. We can't do that. Robin to me um is a very wonderful person. Like everybody in her crew loves her. She makes really dark jokes at times. She's also a very mature and sometimes the voice of reason a lot of the time in the crew, especially when Luffy goes AWOL and forgets, or when Nami isn't around to knock some sense into Luffy, or anybody's around to knock some sense into Luffy on a general day-to-day basis, right? Rias, like I said, her attributes as a person, like her personality of being a very smart person, she's very sweet. Um, she's also like over 1,000 years old because she's a devil. So for people that are worried about the age thing, she's technically immortal. Uh, Robin, I'm gonna go with Robin here, just because I do think that Robin is up there for me. She can't cook, but I feel like I would have fun with Robin, like talking about history and stuff, which is something that I really love to do. Talk about history, talk about changes and cultures and stuff. And I feel like me and Robin would be able to vibe off of that. Um, Saber is great, very devoted, very sweet person. Some people might say that her devotion might be like a very bad thing. Like I think I mentioned it somewhere over here that you can argue Albedo's devotion, or like whoever's devotion I said could be their downfall. because it could get, you know, I think it was all beta. I think it can get misconstrued and stuff, and they'll be okay with being mistreated. But I do think again, Robin is there. Now we're up to up to the final guys. We have Asuna versus Robin, and I know you guys are wondering why did Asuna make it all the way over here through Winry. I love Winry, right? Well, like I said before, although like they're very similar in terms of like personality and what they've like what they brought to their characters, to their significant others. Asuna to me was like she was specifically, I don't know, written to be the perfect partner for Kirito, I think. In the fact that she's very sweet, she's very hard headed and tough sometimes on him. She's a great cook. I keep saying that because like the saying goes, the gateway to a man's heart is his stomach. So she can cook greatly. She has a very she's a very sweet person, but also willing to beat your ass if you do something stupid. Same here with Robin. I don't think Robin's outside of like willing to call you out on your stupidity or anything, but I do think in terms of my biases, right? If I could choose to be with someone for the rest of my life, like if they were real, right? Obviously, they're not. Okay, let's not delude ourselves; they're not real. But if they were, if a person like these people existed in real life, I would find myself relating more to a Robin type than an Asuna type. So for me, Robin is our winner of the bracket. Now here's the whole bracket, right? You guys can even go back and tell me who you guys thought should have won. So Robin won our bracket for the best waifu. This bracket was pre-made by someone else, so I just went off with the characters they went. And for me, in terms of like quintessential person, I think Robin beat out people. I don't know if I explained myself, and a lot of my judgment here might be kind of bias based, or I didn't give full explanations. I just think I would vibe with Robin the most out of everybody here. Um, she's also my favorite One Piece character, so there's that too. But yeah, let me know down below if you guys agree with Robin being the best waifu out of everyone on this list, and if you don't agree, let me know who you guys think should have been the best, like whether that be Rias or Katsuki, Akami, Mikasa, Revi, anybody. Let me know what you guys thought. Uh, but that's all for today, guys. Thank you guys for watching. This is gonna be a pretty, like I don't know, short, but it's like pretty quick video and easy to record. I can get one out for you guys. I had a lot of fun. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and as always, adios.